What an environment at Gainbridge Fieldhouse for WNBA All-Star Friday night. The skills challenge and three-point contest going on. It was a great start to what's already a great WNBA All-Star weekend. What a cast of characters, too. Star-studded. Look, WNBA All-Star weekend, it's the best players in the world when it comes to women's basketball. The three-point contest, of course, Sabrina Ionescu, Alicia Gray, Sonia Citron, Lexie Hull, Kelsey Plum. The list goes on and on and on. What a show they put on. And Lexie Hull, of course, filling in for the injured Caitlin Clark. So kind of a late ad, but she was ready to rock. And, of course, the skills challenge didn't disappoint as well. We're going to start with Lexie Hull on what an experience it was. And then you'll hear from the winner of the skills challenge, Natasha Cloud, and the winner of the three-point contest, Sabrina Ionescu. New York Liberty sweeping WNBA All-Star Friday night. Let's hear from Lexie first. That experience, being part of the three-point contest, how do you feel?
It's awesome. It's so fun. The fans were great. I definitely felt them. I heard them. I wish I could do it again right now because I feel like I was so nervous at the start, and all of us were. So it's just a fun experience. Really proud to be part of it, proud to represent the Fever. It's been a fun weekend.
What's the vibe amongst all the players down there? Just everybody's just having a ton of fun.
Yeah. I mean, this is supposed to be fun. That's what this whole weekend's about. So to be able to be out there, a lot of the W players, on the sidelines cheering, and it's a fun experience, and just really lucky to be part of it.
What part of it was the most nerve-wracking in terms of like picking up the ball, or what side to start on, or those?
All of it. I was like trying to figure out whether to pull from the left, pull from the right, like where to put the money ball rack, which side to start. There's so many choices. I didn't even know that you had all these choices. So I think more than anything, it's like it's over so fast. So you really only have one chance. If you have a tough start, I had a tough start. It's hard to get back into it. But again, it's so fun. I would do it again for sure.
What was that moment like with your teammates after you were done that basket?
So fun. I was disappointed because I wanted to make it to the finals for them, and because they were there, supporting me. So so just grateful for their support. That a lot of them came out tonight, and we'll have fun.
Sabrina, how does it just feel to win another three-point contest? I think you're only the second player to eclipse 30. Well, first player to go back and didn't hit 30 points. But just like, how does it feel to win today?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I haven't done this in a little while. So to be able to be back in, a shootout is always fun, especially with such great elite shooters. Like, you got to be able to, especially in that first round, put on a good enough performance to advance, and same in the second round. So just happy, honored. I think it was exciting, and hope the crowd had fun. Like, I think from the skills all the way to the three-point, it was just a great show. And the last time I did the three-point shootout in Vegas, like it didn't feel like sold out. Like, now to be able to see how much the W has evolved even from 2 years, for fans to be able to be a part of this weekend, and that includes everything, from the skills challenge to the three-point to the game. So it's a blessing to be here, and trying to do my best to make as many as I can.
Sabrina, next question, front row center.
Hey, Sab, you talked to me the other day about trying to beat that record you had the other day, or a couple of years ago. You got hot for that stretch in the finals. Were you thinking, hey, basket's huge, that thing might start going in, and you might approach it?
I mean, I honestly had no idea I don't count, so I had no idea what I was at. Obviously, I knew I wasn't going to get it when I missed a few on the front end, but I mean, I could have gotten close. I just missed some easy ones at the end. I think I knew I was like high up there, and I think I kind of locked out a little bit and started like listening into the crowd. And but I mean, 30 is not too bad, so happy with 30 as well. Just want to be where my feet are at, not beat myself up too much about not getting the record, and maybe I'll get it one day.
Sabrina, staying in the front row to your left.
Sabrina, congratulations. You know that in the history of basketball, when we talk about shooters, when we talk about legacy, that part of the way people measure it is things like these three-point contest wins and performances like this. And I just wonder, have you taken time to think about what doing things like this, what you did in 23, the battle with Steph, is going to mean for the way people think of you as a shooter in the history of this game?
I mean, I haven't thought too much about that. I think I just remember being a kid and always watching, these events and finding my favorite shooter just by watching. And I want to be able to be that person that, can show up when the time permits and be a part of All-Star Weekend and kind of showcase to the world like how you can believe in yourself, how you can put the work in, and whether you win or not, like it takes guts to be able to go out there when the lights are the brightest and it's just you and in front of all the, the crowd to go out there and shoot. And you got to believe in yourself, and you got to, kind of fight your own demons when you get out there to stay positive. And I think for me, I hope it shows all, the young kids, young boys and girls from obviously the W All-Star, but also the one I did with Steph. Like, you just got to believe in yourself, put the work in, and don't be afraid to go out there and put yourself at risk of failure.
Sabrina, front row, all the way to the right.
Thanks, Tosh said that she's going to use the money for a down payment on her house. What are you going to use your money on?
Well, I told Sonia that I would give her half if I won when we were sitting on the bench as being like the only rookie, and, she was nervous and I was nervous for her, and so I obviously have to hold up my end of the bargain. So half is going to go to her. I got to text her and let her know that I'm going to give her half of it just for participating. Like, that takes a lot of courage to be able to do that as a rookie, and what she did, and I was really proud of her. And then the other half will go to my foundation to continue to be able to give back in communities that mean a lot to me. I think I might have a limit on Venmo. I got to figure out how to exactly do that. I think I got to go pick up the check here somewhere, maybe cut it in half. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do that, but someone will help me.
Sabrina, staying in the front row, center.
I think you can Zelle too. I think that.
Yeah? Okay. Maybe you can help me.
I'll see what I can do. When Natasha was up here, it was a lot of Liberty Bibberty. And I mean, just how special is it to have such a New York Liberty presence, not just in competing, but in winning these challenges as well?
Yeah, it's fun. I was so excited for her. We were talking about it before we even came out here, about being able to participate in it together and cheer each other on. And our teammates were happy in the locker room and telling us how they believed in us to win. And it's fun. It's exciting. I'd say it's gotten even more competitive. Like, every single year, obviously money's on the line, but I think it's just almost like a pride thing as well, and a will to want to win. And for me to be able to share it with my teammate, who I share the locker room with every day, is really special. Like, she deserves to be in that competition every year. Her skill set is so amazing, and so I'm happy for her. I know that one means a lot to her family, and excited to be able to share that here with her today.
Sabrina, next question, third row, slightly to your left.
Sabrina, I know next year's a long way off, but do you plan to come back and defend your title?
Wait, sorry, say that again?
I know next year's a long way off, but do you plan to come back and defend your title?
That's a long ways away. I'm not sure. We'll see just kind of how the season goes, how many games we're playing. There's a lot that's going to go into next year, but just trying to be where my feet are at.
Sabrina, staying on the left side, row 3, all the way to the side. Sabrina.
Hey, Sabrina, congratulations. Afterwards, you gave a shout out to Paul Gasol, who was sitting courtside. What does it mean to have someone like that in your corner?
Amazing. I mean, I was talking to his wife. I think they had a huge delay and might have not even made it. So really happy to see that they were able to come out, and he's supported me every step of the way. Like, we talk, we're really close. He's helped me on the mental part of the game, every aspect. And he's such a huge advocate for women's sports, and he's at the Olympics. He's here always supporting the W, and I think that's really important, and it shows. Like, the W genuinely embraces him and loves him for the support that he's brought to our sport, and obviously for me, that's someone that's like family. So I love him. I'm super happy that he was here. I told him that's probably the reason that I won, because he walked into the door. So really happy to see him.
All right, we have time for just a couple more. Sabrina, second row to your right.
Hey, Sabrina. What's it meant to have Natasha Cloud part of this locker room this year? What has she kind of brought to this team that maybe you may not have had last year or this season?
Yeah, it means everything. I mean, she continues to bring a different element to our team every single night. Her defensive intensity, her ability offensively to get down into the paint, drive and kick, leads our team in assists, I believe. And also, I'd say her kind of willingness to do everything. Whatever it takes for the team to win is what she's going to be able to do every single night, and it takes like a pro's pro to be able to do that. And so we're obviously really happy she's on this side. I'm happy she doesn't have to defend me every single time we play against them anymore, and hopefully we can continue to just build great chemistry.
Sabrina, to your right in the second row. I'm sorry, standing to your right.
Hey, Sab.
Hey.
Tasha was here earlier talking about how there's just so much expectations and pressure put onto you to always compete and win every single time you're on the floor, whether that's the game or like in this case the 3-point contest. And she also talked about how proud she was that you overcame that, and you're giving her flowers now with this another trophy here. Just what are your reactions to that, and how's your relationship with Toshman this season?
Yeah, I obviously really appreciate that. Obviously, she knows me on a deeper level, just being able to share the locker room. And I think anyone who knows me, maybe from the outside, it doesn't seem like it, but obviously, I get really nervous for these things because I do put a lot of pressure on myself and wanting to perform for myself, but also for everyone who believes in me and, wants to see a show and understanding that I'm trying to continue to grow the game of basketball. And with doing stuff like this, I think it does that. And so, obviously, kind of being able to be where my feet are at, understand this is all part of the journey, and you're not at it alone. Being able to have my support system, my teammates, my family all here supporting me means a lot to me, and obviously thankful to have come out with a win.
Sabrina, this will be our last question, second row to the right.
Hey, Sam. Kind of a quick two-parter, but you talk about putting pressure on yourself. Was there any more pressure after Tosh wins the skills competition to try to get that back-to-back? And also this morning you said you had not shot off a rack at all in preparation for this. So how quickly were you able to kind of tap into that muscle memory?
No pressure with Tosh winning. At least it was going to be 50% from the field, one of two, if not. And no, I hadn't practiced until kind of right before we went out there. Maybe that's why I didn't get my record. But, obviously I think it's just fun and exciting to be here. And I called Steph after and was showing the trophy off because last time he beat me when we were here in Indy. So it's just fun to be back here competing. Obviously didn't do it last year, and so really happy to be able to be up here and put on a show for New York. Obviously everyone back at home I know is cheering for us and supporting us and everything that we're doing, and I'm assuming we're going to get a really warm welcome when we go back.
Sabrina, thank you.
Hey, Tosh. Hey. I guess talk about how it's a Liberty night, so to speak, with you guys both winning.
Man, I've been talking about it since we both entered into the skills and 3-point challenge. I've been talking to Sab about sweeping the night, but today's the day, and it was a good night. I'm just really thankful for the opportunity. Before I go into showboating and stuff, it was really cool to be here, really cool to be a part of All-Star, and to go against some of my favorite players and competitors in the league. But to come out on top in the Liberty night, I think this is just also refreshing, right? We had a hard, tough start to the season. This is the break and the reset for us, and to come out with some wins is good confidence going into the second part of the season here. But it's a great night for the Liberty organization. Just really thankful to be here, but more thankful to represent them.
Next question, staying in the front row to your right, Tosh.
I have a two-part question. Did you say that you're going to use the money for a down payment on the house?
Absolutely. That's Izzy B's money. She told me to go win this money for her home, and that's what it's going down to. I'm really thankful for where our journeys have brought us and our careers have brought us, and this is just the next step. So, yeah, this is going to be money well spent.
And then I know that you said that you viewed coming here as your opportunity to get a taste of what it's like to be an all-star. What do you feel like you proved today just by winning this?
I'm meant to be here. I'm meant to be on this level. I'm confident in who I am. I know who I am. And whether I get the flowers or not, I do my job.
Tosh, also in the front row to your right.
Hi, Kendra Andrews, ESPN. Were you just thinking speed the whole time? And what goes through your mind when you're moving so quickly through all of these different steps of the challenge?
Yeah, my biggest concern was the passing. I think you saw in the first round, if you mess up any of those passes, it takes so much time off. So those were my main targets, obviously knowing I want to make my shots, but if not, I only have 3 balls to shoot, so the other 2 can just go up real quick. So really focusing on making those passes through the target, making sure that I was sprinting in between to cut down the time that I may have taken from making the passes. And then with the shots, if it didn't feel right, I didn't care. I was just going to the next shot. I thought I messed myself up because I kind of went at that midi shot. It felt good coming off, but then that thing bounced out. I said, hold on now. But towards the end, I was really I saw the clock, 3, 2, 1, and I had to get that shot, that layup up. So at the end, I was just nervous not to smoke it.
Tosh, to your left in the front row.
Tosh, congratulations on winning.
Thank you.
Can you just talk about the mix of being here and just being excited to be here, and also you got to get that money and get the dub?
Yeah, I'm super thankful. We got in yesterday. Shout out to Clara for taking care of us coming down here too. It was just a really nice day to get some big important business kind of done with our CBA meeting, to feel empowered by that. That was really special for me yesterday too. 40 of us showing up to that meeting. Then to enjoy the rest of the night with some fun and some parties. I know y'all probably saw the Stud Buzz stream. While I wasn't up there, I was in my bed sleeping, preparing for this, because this is still this was serious for me. I came with a goal, and again, I told you, Izzy told me to come here and win that money, and I was not playing with my honey.
Tosh in the second row
That
to
was
your
good,
right.
wasn't it? That was a good little line. She liked that. She's smiling back there too.
Hey, Tosh. That second round, Erica sets the tone, and you have that clock. What's
She
the
really
difference? What's the difference in that, where there is that score set in front of you, and then what did she say to you at the end? Because she came up and you had a moment there.
Man, it's all love. We were talking in the back of the locker room, man, once we go out this door, it's we know we're competitors, so all that hee ha ha shit, that's out the way. We're going to get this money. But at the end of the day, we really respect one another. Everyone in that room, we know we were going to be competitive tonight, and we just wanted to set a standard and expectation for the fans here for this weekend too. Obviously, the 3-point competition followed up with a really great one, and then leading into All-Stars. So we just wanted to set the tone. But for the first round, I just wanted to try to get as best the time that I could, and obviously that helped me in the second round with being able to see what score or what time Erica got, and then I had something to kind of go off of. So it played to my advantage. I'm just really thankful.
Tosh, front row center.
Hey, Tosh, congrats on the house.
Thank you.
The significance of having you and Erica in that final, a couple of veterans who have not necessarily had the same kind of publicity that we've seen from some other players. Just, what do you think it means to have the both of you doing this on, such a prominent night for the WNBA?
I think it's the same sentiment of, if you can see it, you can be it. And I think that Erica and I really represent a different. There's always tiers, and there's no problem with tiers. There's the 1%, there's the rookies. We can even talk into our CBA, right? But that middleman who makes up the majority of our league is often forgotten about. So to be here tonight with Erica as a representation of those middle women, right, is really cool for us, especially for those players that really just do their work and their role every single night, and they do it to the best of their ability, whether they get the thanks they deserve or the flowers they deserve. They just know that that's their job, and that's their job every single night. So I think we both represent that. I think there's a lot of people in our league that represent that, and I think it's always cool to make sure that we're showing the middleman, middlewoman the love.
Tosh, next question, standing all the way to the right.
Hi, Tosh. Hi. So just how does it feel to kind of win this together with Sab? Obviously, you two sweeping the first day of All-Star Weekend.
Man, it's really cool. I think me and Sab have a really cool relationship. Even that first round when she came around that bend, I just knew I kind of had to hype her up and be her hype woman in the background, get her going. But we've developed such a cool relationship off the court too. So to see her and her success, understanding there's always a lot of pressure on Sab, right? This is all fun and games, but the expectation for Sabrina to win is always there. And so when she does come out on top, it's just always good to instill that confidence back in her, but to also give her flowers on a more human level too, of man, I'm really proud of you.
Tosh, front row all the way to the right.
Right here, Tosh. No,
Sorry.
down here.
Sorry, the trophy, you feel me? Y'all can see. All right, I'm done, y'all. I'm very humbled and blessed.
Had you ever been invited or wanted to participate in the skills challenge before? And then tomorrow, are you going to stick around and be here courtside or wherever your tickets might be and watch, Sabrina?
Well, shit, I better be courtside. I would hope so. No, I've never been invited to the skills challenge. I wanted to do it last year in Phoenix when I was a part of the Phoenix team. Just didn't kind of happen. So this year coming around, I was really determined to be in it, especially, not getting into the All-Star game, which is cool. I'm really happy for everyone that got in there. Well-deserved, well-earned. But yeah, I'm just really thankful for the opportunity. And with opportunity comes the ability to really just showcase yourself. And I think I did that here tonight. So again, I'm just super thankful to be a part of this weekend.
All right, we have time for 2 more questions. Tosh, next question, second row to your right.
Hey, Natasha, congrats.
Thank you.
You've talked this whole week about how special the Liberty organization is and this roster. I'm just curious, does it have a similar feel to the Mystics Championship roster that you were on a few years ago?
Yeah, I always tell people it's actually very similar with the positionless basketball, the versatility that we have, the depth that we have. But where I will say is that I think that we're actually better, and that's just me being honest. So I'm just really excited for the opportunity to be in this locker room, to be surrounded by really elite players, really great vets and pros. But we're going to get this thing rolling in the second half of the season. We're all really focused and understanding that we have a target on our back too as the Liberty with them winning it last year. That's a welcome target. I always say pressure is a privilege. So we're really excited for this. I'm excited for the women that I'm surrounded by every day. Not only on the court, but I genuinely enjoy going to work. And I know some of y'all may feel me, some of y'all may not feel me. But I've been in organizations where it's been dang, I got to go in a little bit with my armor today. That's not the case here. I genuinely enjoy going, hanging out with my friends.
Tosh, last question, standing to the right.
Let's do it,
Hey,
girl.
Tosh, let's go.
Hey.
Congrats to you.
Thank you.
We talked to Stewie a little bit earlier with CBS Sports, and she talked about wanting to, pour into Sab, but also that sometimes maybe that meant getting under her skin a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that real? What was that balance like for you today when you were cheering her on?
Yeah, I think Stewie does a really good job. Obviously, they've been playing together a little bit longer, too, so their relationship in our locker room is really cool, and I think Stewie does a good job of pouring into people, but getting into people's ass, too, and I'm one of those people that receives it, so it's coming from all love, but I'm very much like a supportive teammate. I love pouring into people. I love loving on people. I love building people's confidence because that's all it means. It could really change the trajectory of someone's day, so just like I said, even when Sab came around that bend on that first round, I was like, okay, we got to get into her a little bit and just boost her up because she's the best shooter in this month, and she going to prove that she's the best shooter in this month. You know what I mean?
All right, Tosh, thank you.
Thank y'all so much.
So what an experience for Lexie Hull, the Fever guard, getting the biggest ovation of the night when she was introduced for the three-point contest. She actually had a really respectable first round, put up a 20 spot, but just not enough when you're talking about Alicia Gray, the defending three-point contest champ, and Sabrina Ionescu. What a superstar she is for the New York Liberty. And Natasha Cloud, the quickness displayed for the skills challenge, really, really impressive. She said it right there, you heard her. A Liberty-Bibberty night, the New York Liberty sweep WNBA All-Star Friday night here at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. If that was the appetizer, we're in for a fantastic main course on Saturday night for the WNBA All-Star game. Indy never disappoints. We'll see what Saturday brings here at the Fieldhouse. For now, in downtown Indianapolis, I'm Dominic Miranda, 13 Sports.